Once again, I welcome you to the session. Shall we continue now? I am going to ask you few simple questions. So, fats and carbohydrates are called as dash. Give me your answers. Yes, fats and carbohydrates are called as dash. So, what must come there? They are called as energy giving foods. Yeah, good. They are called as energy giving foods. Okay. Then proteins are called as body building food. Proteins are called as body building food. So we have seen about carbohydrates, proteins. Two components we have completed. Now we will see about the fats, not fact. F-A-C-T. What do you mean by F-A-C-T and F-A-T? Fact and fat. Fact is nothing but truth. Fat is nothing but component of food. So, fats and oil comprise one of the three major classes of food. So, these are next to the carbohydrates and proteins. So, they are one among these major classes. Chemically, they may be defined as esters of the 3-carbon trihydroxy alcohol. These are all the chemical names given to the fats. Okay, these don't get confused. These are chemical names given to the fat. Okay, and various monocarboxylic acid. Monocarboxylic acid are known as fatty acids. All fats and oils are mixture of saturated fatty acids and unsaturated. Saturated means complete. Unsaturated means they are not complete. Fatty acids. Then, so these are the sources of fat. These are the plant sources of fat and then animal sources of fat. So, the plant sources of fat are coconut oil, almonds, chocolate, olive oil, peanut butter, soya beans, cashews, etc. Clear? And then animal sources of fat. They are the, see here you have some fishes, crabs, and then chicken, flesh, meat, egg, butter, milk, etc. So these are the plant sources and then animal sources of plant. Then, so what are the uses of fat in our body? Why fat is necessary for the human beings? So it gives us energy. What? Fat gives us energy. So it produces more than double the energy produced by proteins and carbohydrates. Keep it in mind, these fats gives double energy, that is 2 times energy than the proteins and carbohydrates. So storage, how it is stored? A mean to store food in our body for energy and to protect internal organ. So as I already said, fats are stored in the body. Yes, excess protein is also stored as fat, right? So these fats stored in our body for giving us energy and to protect our internal, what do you mean by internal organs? These eyes, nose, mouth, ears, they are the external organs. What do you mean by internal? The organs which are present inside our body are called as internal organs. So name some internal organs. Yes, good. They are heart, kidney, brain, etc. So these fats helps in protecting the internal organs. So it helps to keep our body warm. It helps to keep our body warm. And then it is present in the cell structure and then nerve tissues. These fats helps in giving signals, that is the if our brain thinks something, that simplest must be, if I think I need to take this, yes, I need to drop it. If I touch hot, I need to take my hands. So these signals are transmitted through the fat, which is present in the nerve tissues. Okay, just listen. If you are touching one warmer, one hot body, like candle, consider. So you want to take that hand from there. So your brain gives you instruction to take your hand away from that candle light. So that brain signals are transmitted through the nerve tissues. So what is present in that nerve tissues? Fat is present. Okay. Now next one. So next one, coming to the vitamins. So what are vitamins made of? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Vitamins are called micronutrients. Vitamins are called as micronutrients because they are needed only in very smaller quantity. So they are called as micronutrient. They all have chemical names, but they are referred by usually symbols. They used to say, no, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, not like that, right? So vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. So now we see about the types of vitamins. So they are water soluble and fat soluble. So based on this, they are divided into two types. Vitamins are divided into two types. They are the water soluble. Okay. So these content few may not be in your book. Just try to have a note of it. I am telling you again and again. Okay. Not only the book content is there, I give you some extra points also, just note it down, okay. So, water soluble, the vitamins which are soluble, soluble means dissolved completely. So, the vitamins which are soluble in water, they are vitamin B and vitamin C. And the vitamin A, D, E and K, vitamin A, D, E and K are soluble in fat. So, based on their solubility, they are classified into how many types? They are classified into 2. Okay. Next. So, these are the sources of vitamin. I said no. Vitamin A, B, C, D, E and then K. So, these are the sources of those vitamins. So, everyone know that vitamin A, carrot. Yes or no? Yes. And then vitamin B, C, D. The main source of vitamin D is sunlight. The main source of this vitamin D is sunlight. And then E and then K. These are the sources of those vitamins. Next one. So what are the uses of this? So first we will go to A. It is good for your eyes, teeth and skin. They used to say, no, if you eat more carrot, eat papaya, apply papaya paste on your face, it gives you good glowing to the skin. Yes. So these are rich in vitamin A. And then B. It is good for our immune function and iron absorption and energy production. And C. It is good for strengthening the blood vessels. The blood which passes through our body, right? So they pass through the blood vessels. C is good for strengthening the blood vessels. Skin elasticity. What do you mean by elastic? Elastic. When we used to pull something, it expands and again regains to its original position. Yes, it is called as elasticity. So, if someone are pulling you like this, what is this? Elastic. And whether it will be like this as I remove my hands, it again goes to its original position. So, it is good for the elasticity of the skin. And then D. It is good for strong and healthy bones. D is good for strong and healthy bones. And then E. It improves blood circulation in the body. And then K, good for blood coagulation. What do you mean by coagulation of blood? Blood clotting. If you get bleeding, right, it needs to stop. If blood goes on continuously, what happens to the blood? it would reduces and it may lead to death. So the blood need to be clotted or stopped. So it is vitamin K is good for blood coagulation. If you get bleed, to stop that, vitamin K is important. Okay. Then minerals. Unlike vitamins, minerals also are the organic substance. Vitamins which are organic substance. Vitamins are organic substances and minerals are inorganic substances. They are found in rock and soil. But how do we get minerals? We get minerals from the soil through plants. Okay. And then minerals can be divided into two. They are major minerals and then tiny amount which are required for smaller quantity. And then one more thing, these are the types of minerals. They are sodium, potassium, chloride, calcium, etc. And then these are the sources of minerals. So iron, where do we get from? Yes, and then calcium, phosphorus, iodine. We get iron content from these tomato, cashews, egg, flesh, greens, etc. And then calcium from milk, orange, nuts, egg, etc. And then phosphorus is also from nuts, butter, cheese, almonds, egg, and then iodine, turnip, strawberry, and then what is this? Paneer, banana, etc. So these are the sources of various types of minerals and the importance of uses of minerals. Yes, it helps in the biological reaction like digestion in the body, muscle response. If someone touches, you are able to feel that, right? So muscle response, transmission of message through nervous system, same as the fat, and production of hormones, digestion as I said, right? Digestion, utilization of nutrients in the body. And then before going to the next one, I am going to say you something about vitamin D. As I said you already, vitamin D are important for our body. So sunlight is the good source of vitamin D, right? So what the morning heat is good for our health, because have you seen small newborn babies? They used to keep that baby, put them in sometimes for sunlight in the morning. Why they used to do so? Why they used to put the newborn babies in the sunlight? Because our body has some content called ribulin. What is that? Ribulin. So if that content is more, have you seen newborn babies look yellowish, somewhat color on their skin? So our skin contains that ribulin substance. So that ribulin substance is more, it may lead to jaundice. It may lead to jaundice. So if you put that baby sometime in the sunlight, so the sunlight helps in breakdown of that ribulin substance. Clear? So there are less chances of the jaundice. Next, dietary fibers. Beside all these nutrients, our body needs fibers and water also. Dietary fibers and water. So these dietary fibers are nothing but known as roughage. So the sources of these roughage are fruits and vegetables. And why do we take in this roughage? Because it helps in giving a bulk. We take only nutrient content means it's not enough, because there need to be something in our stomach, because it would make noise, right? So these dietary substances are to be there to help a bulk quantity, to give some weightage. And water helps our body to absorb nutrients from our food. So what is the content we need to drink water? Daily we need to drink 4 to 6 liters of water. How many? 4 to 6 liters of water every day we need to drink. Okay. So it helps in maintaining and good growth of the body. Next recap, we have seen sources, uses and functions of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and then minerals. So go through everything once again and try to answer all these homework questions. Okay. Try to answer all these homework questions. So question you just copy it from here, and then we will see in the next class. In that I will tell you about the ribulin